or that this relationship ends up resolving, even if you have some challenges within the opening of the month, that it ends up picking up here, with lovers. So this could either be whatever difficulties. Two of Cups is an exchange of hearts, and it's one of the most favorable relationship cards. But in the reverse position, it says that there's something, the love is having a difficult time coming to the surface. It's having a difficult time being recognized or expressed. So if you're having challenges within your relationship, or like if you're not having a relationship and you're not satisfied by it, or the one that you're in is not satisfying, or just, petty differences, the love is not, like, for some reason when I see this card in the reverse position, I get that, the message of like, where is the love? Or where is the tenderness? Because Two of Hearts, this is emotional energy. But it does look like still at the beginning of August, Scorpio, you'll still resolve it into lovers. You may even just want to be more affectionate with your partner, because this is passionate, vulnerable, intimate. They're sensual together. It's looking like this is more like grounded earth energy, and this is more of emotional energy. So if you're having trouble connecting on an emotional basis within your partnership, or if you're having trouble, just even participating in partnership in general, or you're frustrated with things, try being more affectionate, try being more sensual, try being just more down to earth, because that's where lovers connect. Being open, vulnerable, that's showing up for you as well. So these two cards too are about optimism and faith. This card is a loss of innocence. In the upright position, Fool means, naivete, trust, faith, believing that all things will turn out right. He jumps and trusts that the universe will catch him. In the reverse position, it says there may have been a loss of innocence, or that you're not trusting something, that you're not, you might be hesitant about something or fearful, but it ends up working out that your relationship, you're in a place of openness, vulnerability, trust, and sensuality here. This card is a card of optimism. This is Page of Wands. So this is willingness. And this is someone who is young, someone who is fired up, someone who has that optimism, that I'm willing to go for it kind of energy, because wands here are fire energy, and this is a young fiery person. This could be, literally a young fire person in terms of a fire sign like Sag, Leo, or Aries, but it can also just be the archetype of a young person who's fired up about something, or optimistic, or willing. So what I'm going to say is that if you're finding yourself in any sort of difficulties, challenges, strife, petty annoyances, things that are making you say, like, where is the love? Where is the tenderness? It's at the beginning of the month, Scorpio. I want you to see if you can embrace the feeling of optimism, of willingness, of going for it, of, throwing your hat in the ring. That's very Page of Wands energy. Even if you have had some sort of, even if you're experiencing some cynicism, even if you're experiencing like a loss of innocence, a loss of faith, a lack of trust, any of that, especially in regards to relationships, it may open things up for you, Scorpio. So whether you're in a relationship, or whether you're not satisfied with your participation in relationship, like if you're not in a relationship, or if the one that you're having is not satisfying, try to embrace optimism, willingness, renewed fire, sort of like the zest and vitality of like a teenager. That's kind of what this energy is like. And even if you've been burned or scorched in the past, that's what Fool in reverse says. Because Fool is open-hearted. He's naive. He is willing. just like this guy, he's up for the game. But in the reverse position, it says, maybe I'm not so trusting. Maybe I'm become a little cynical. Maybe there's a lack of faith or a lack of trust. Try to open up to willingness and optimism, because that's what will get you through to this point of lovers. And this is where you want to be. This is, engaging with someone, being totally real, being totally open, totally vulnerable, totally sensual, and totally involved. So that's the focus for you, Scorpio, is on relationships at the opening of August. And if you find yourself in any way dissatisfied with your current state of affairs regarding relationships or your current relationship, try employing some of this. Try not to be cynical. Try to have faith. Try to be open and enthusiastic about things, because that is what will lead you to this lovers. This is available to you. This is showing up for you. So in the middle of the month, Scorpio, you have an earth sign showing up. This is Knight of Coins. And this guy is usually the natural salesman. He is someone who considers the bottom line, the price, the value of something. Traditionally, he is an earth sign. So this could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Or it could just be someone who exemplifies the traits of the salesman, of somebody who's kind of like slow moving. He'll definitely look at the ledger balance and say, is this worth it? Is it? He doesn't move fast, but he drives a hard bargain, and he considers the value of things. So you might be having someone who's helping you review your assets or review your budget, or someone who you're talking to about valuable things, or, it could even be someone that you're involved in a relationship with, Scorpio, and that they are considering things. All knights are clever, romantic, playful, but he's kind of the most stodgy of all the knights. He's the one who's the most slow moving, and he really thinks things through. He's about coins, which are about value, assets, possessions, and money. So he's going to think things through before he makes any rash moves. But knights also can come in and save the day. So this is someone who can come in and help you decide what you're going to purchase. Decide, he could be someone who provides you with something that is valuable. I just call him the salesman card. So this card, Seven of Wands, is a card about success despite adversity. And when Seven of Wands shows up, it represents standing up for what you believe in. I always point out in this card that he is in an advantageous position. He is at the top of the mountain, either leading others or fighting off others below him. And so what I'm going to say in the middle of the month is that you may, because this is in reverse, you may be having difficulty seeing yourself in an advantageous position. In fact, you may be not standing up for what you believe in because you feel like you're either in a victim role, or you feel like you're at a disadvantage. That's more accurate for this card. It's not really victim mentality, but that's more Eight of Swords energy. But this is sort of like saying, when it's in the upright position, it's saying, I'm willing to defend my stance. I'm willing to be assertive. I'm willing to stand up for what I believe in. But when it's in the reverse position, you might be saying, gosh, I don't really think I have the advantage in this situation. I don't really feel like I can say what I think. I don't really feel like I can stand up for what I believe. I'm going to encourage you, Scorpio, to voice your opinion, to voice your stance, to hold firm in your position, because this is, in the reverse position, it's saying that there may be some sort of doubt, fear, challenges about standing up for what you believe in. And you may be in a negotiation with this earth sign person, or with this salesman type person who's driving a hard bargain. So you do have the potential to stand up for yourself and defend what you believe, because this card is showing up for you. That energy is there. It's just that you're having trouble accessing it. You're having trouble. There may be some doubts or fears about standing up for yourself in the middle of the month. However, Change is coming. That's what this Wheel of Fortune is. This is a change of luck. So if you've been having bad luck, you might change for the better. If you've been having a run of good luck, it might take a turn for the worse. All this means is that the tables are turning. Whoever was on the top will be on the bottom. Who's ever on the bottom will be on the top. It's a signal of the change of time. So if there's been a situation where you've been feeling like you can't say what you want to say, that's going to be changing. This isn't it's in the upright position. So some readers say that in the upright position, wheel means good luck, and in the reverse position means bad luck. I don't necessarily see it that way. I just mention that, but what I see wheel is signaling is that there's a changing of the tides. The tides are turning. Whatever was up will be down. Whatever was down will be up. It's a natural progression of the seasons. Just like it's sort of like a card of like time waits for no man. Time happens regardless of, whatever we think is going on. Time will continue to change it. The only constant is change, and that's one of the lessons of wheel. Also in the middle of the month, there is a truth. This is interesting. With truth, Ace of Swords represents truth with a capital T. This represents clarity, insight. It's the universe handing you the sword, which represents the one idea, the one truth. Swords represent mentality, ideas, and Ace of Swords represents the truth. But in the reverse position, it's saying there may be a truth that you're not recognizing. And it's head to head with the Devil card here. And Devil means believing in false truths, being seduced by things we want to be true, believing in things that are false, being seduced by things that are hold us in captive. So I'm going to say towards the middle and end of the month, there may be something where you're not recognizing the truth and it's holding you in bondage. Or the truth is there. It's showing up for you. There's the truth that's, it's crowning victory. Truth will set you free. There's all that imagery. But it might be something that you are neglecting or resisting. That's in the reverse position. That's that energy. So I'm going to encourage you, as the tables turn, see if there is a truth that you can accept and recognize. It will give you a lot more power at the end of the month when this shows up. So be on the lookout for that, Scorpio. See if there's a way in which you're either neglecting, resisting, or oblivious to the truth, because it's gonna your opportunity is gonna show up again. You either may get tethered by this. The devil energy is someone who, when we believe in false truths, it has power over us. It's basically when we give our power away. So this, if you align with this, and don't work against it, don't resist against seeing what the truth is, it will give you more opportunity when this shows up to not give your power away, to not believe in the false truths. Also at the end of the month, this right here, these two cards together are really about spiritual journey. Hermit is a card where he strips away everything to really, again, look at what is true, what is actual. This lantern represents enlightenment and the truth, and he holds it up for everyone to see. And you can see he's stripped away everything else in the world. Like, he doesn't care about politics or the news or gossip or rumors or anything superfluous. He's just interested in what is real, what is true. And this card, Two of Wands, is about a spiritual journey. It's about embracing your personal power. It's about feeling like you've got the world in your hands. You can see that in this imagery, the figure has this pearl holding in his hands, and he's saying, I've got the world in my hands. The world is my oyster, and he's receiving help. So when this comes in the reverse position, it's saying that there may be a way in which you're not accessing your own boldness. You're not accessing you're having fear of experiencing your own personal power. It kind of goes in alignment with this card, the Seven of Wands. Both of these are in reverse, and both of these are fire cards. Wands represent fire. So Seven of Wands is about standing up for yourself, asserting yourself, standing up for what you believe in, continuing to fight even though you might be experiencing difficulty or adversity. And Two of Wands is about looking within, going on a spiritual journey, experiencing your own personal power and boldness and courage. This is really a card of courage. So I'm going to say to you, Scorpio, some of the themes that I'm seeing for August are confronting the truth, recognizing the truth, and embracing courage. That's actually one thing that this earth sign can help you with. All knights are courageous. So you can look to this knight to see how to embrace courage, because with these two cards in reverse, there may be a way in which you're lacking courage. And especially in facing the truth, there's real theme here of either neglecting the truth, neglecting what's sitting right in front of you. Ace of Swords is as clear as day. It's as clear as it gets. It's like when the truth is knocking on your door and it's looking you in the eye. But if it's in the reverse position, it's like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear that. I'm not ready to receive that. So by the time you get to the end of the month, if you can employ the courage to do so, you can have some real insights and some real revelations. Hermit can do that. He's like the guru. He's up in the mountains and he's just contemplating the truth. So he's found it, by the way. He's holding up this light for everyone to see, and he can proclaim it from the mountaintops. So the sense that I get is that if there's something that you're resisting here in the middle of the month of seeing, by the end of the month you will embrace it, or you may have everything stripped away, and that becomes the moment when you're able to see it and receive it. This with Chariot in reverse. This is a Chariot in the upright position says victory, decision making, relying on intuition. Chariot really knows when to go left, when to go right, when to rely upon the logical, analytical side of things, and when to rely upon the passionate, wild, irrational side of things. He does so instinctively and intuitively, and therefore he can navigate. These crescents here represent intuition and relying on the intuition, so he can just kind of instinctually know where the road's going to go and make those decisions and follow the road, and that's why he's victorious and triumphant. However, in the reverse position, it's saying don't try to make hard and fast decisions. Don't try to control things, because Chariot is a card of control. It's a card of hard control, controlling things with the mind. You may need to open up to your intuition, because this is saying your intuition may be blocked. You may not be trusting your decision-making skills. And it may be a time to just hold off on decisions, hold off on trying to control things, because in the end, if you try to do that right now, Scorpio, you're going to be the one that will be controlled. This is Devil, which means that you're giving your power away, and you end up being the one that's in chains. You always have the choice to take the chains off, but this is something that's believing in falsities, or giving your power away, believing in things that, seduce you, and that you'll end up, if you try, the message with these two cards, like in this position at the end of the month, says that if you try to control things, if you try to have hard control and make decisions that aren't reliant upon your intuition and on your gut, you're going to end up being the one who is giving your power away. You're going to have, someone else is going to have the power. You're not going to be in alignment with the truth. So, Scorpio, you have some opportunities here in August. I see some nice relationship energy here. If you can push through any challenges or difficulties and embrace optimism, embrace feeling, full of energy and liveliness, and see if you can push through any cynicism here. And you have this beautiful relationship lovers energy showing up for you. I want you to be careful about not dismissing any truths that might be right in front of your face. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a place of bondage, of captivity, of seduction, where you've given yourself away to something and you get stuck by it. But it's a good time to review your courageousness, to try to believe in your own personal power, try to stand up for yourself. Look to this earth sign or this night person to help you with any issues about courage. They're going to be a good role model for that. And then really just inquire into what's true. Some things may need to change, and you may need to have some things stripped away to have those revelations, but you will at the end of the month. Just don't try to over control things, or you might end up being the one being controlled.